Here we are. And if you look, come to think of it, well, I got to look at this myself. Wow.
Join the savage tribe. New takes weekly, unfiltered and raw. Isaac's voice, the memer's law.
The golden age of America begins right now.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Golden Age Podcast. I am joined, as always, by my esteemed co-hosts and guests. Cornboy, first off, how you doing, man? Good to see you.
Man, it was a great weekend. Sorry I couldn't be here last week. I was driving from Florida, and I saw you had a great show, so I'm here to dumb it down a little bit for you.
No, it's great to have you back, man. Glad you got back safe and sound, and you're back in your regular, familiar setting of your own place. You're not in Orlando anymore, so
Indeed,
man. Hope to see you guys down there in MegaCon next year. Hopefully, we shall see. But also, Vatla, as always, man. Good to see you. How are you doing?
Well, I was here holding down the retardation for you, Cornboy, so we had that shit covered. I mean, that was on point. But no, we're going to have a good show. We're going to entertain you all. Thank you all in the audience for being here. You could be anywhere else, literally, and you chose to spend your time with us, and we appreciate it. We're going to get to it.
Indeed we do. Indeed we do. And joining, as always, as well, is Lex, if Lex is free. I see.
I'm here.
How you doing,
here.
Lex? Good to see you.
I'm doing great. It was a lovely weekend. Start to Holy Week. All things I love to see. And
yes.
Is there anyone on this stream that really can tone down how just severely retarded it's going to be? Because I don't think that's possible.
I don't think so.
I think it's pretty consistent.
Lovely. We're all on the spectrum.
Although I do see one brilliant fact on this screen right now, and it's courtesy of our good friend Cajun Corey.
Indeed. Speaking of which, Cajun Corey, first time on the stream, man. Glad to have you on. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you for inviting me. I figured
Absolutely.
under retardation of that Longhorn boy.
Don't forget Lex too. He's pretty retarded as well. So
Oh my gosh! No.
yes, but dude, it's great to have you on the stream for the first time. You've been, we've known each other through the Fellowship, the 199 forever, and it's great to have you on. So, also returning to the stream is Chell, not K-Gel, as Beardo may have you believe. Chell, how are you doing?
Good. And apparently watching Jay's stream the other day, there was another Chell hopping in his chat. So I'm going to have to remind Jay that is not me. That is another person with the same name. Yes, they do exist.
Wow, you're the OG Chell. So we gotta not let Jay forget that. There's only one Chell. There's only ever going to be one Chell. The other one's an imposter. So Ronan is in the chat as well. Hope to see you on, man. Hope you're doing well. Mowing those lawns, man. Mowing those lawns before ice
gotta
shows
make
up.
that money. Yeah,
Exactly right, dude. Exactly.
I was going to say this because I took a picture of Yellow Flash and Commonsgate. Some people in Commonsgate say I'm Mexican, so I should be more than yards.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's another reward I could get from ICE. But speaking of which, we're going to pull up a couple memes before we get into that. The next meme is actually relevant to what we were just saying. So I think this is a pretty funny clip, older classic Trump clip. So the context being how bro describes me in front of the 10 out of 10. How would that be? If you were to describe one of us on the panel to, some lady, how would you do so? Well, maybe like this.
Oh no.
He's a Hitler lover. I guess he's an anti-Semite. He doesn't like the blacks. He doesn't like the gays. It's just incredible.
Classic clip, classic
Wow.
Trump. You love to see it, yes. And I just had to start out with that. So I think it's pretty perfect. But also, this one's relevant to Ronan, actually. So in Cambridge, Maryland, a woman is going viral after hiring a roofing company she knew employed illegals, only to call ICE after the job was completed. With agents arriving on scene and arresting 6 Guatemalan illegals working on the crew. So
That is brilliant.
Why this isn't more widespread. Everyone should be doing
I was
this.
going to say, I'm surprised.
Yes.
I'm only surprised that this has just become a thing.
I am shocked. I think this is
If-
big brain move. Yes.
This reminds me of a video I saw on
If the
YouTube years
first-
ago. Go ahead, Vatlaw.
Yep. If the first reply on this tweet isn't modern problems require modern solutions, I am going to be shocked.
Yes, and this is what it is, a modern solution. And let's play the video for a second. Let's play the video.
Pero por favor, bájense uno a uno.
Nos cayó la pinche ley, valió madre.
Can't forget the ladder.
Nos rodearon.
Just have to say, I'm really upset that, yes, you right there in the chat are not here to translate right now, okay? Because we're going to have to resort to Google because our token person.
Oh no.
I think I heard a couple of MFers in there.
You did? Okay, see, I don't know. You're picking up on it. Okay, good.
Something madre? What are you thinking, man?
Estoy todo el derecho de grabar, no estoy haciendo nada malo también. O sea, yo estoy cooperando, puedo cooperar con usted, no hay problema.
He says, nice to meet you. Yes, I'm happy to comply.
No, está bien. La verdad que yo estoy aquí, no estoy haciendo nada
I
malo
think
también.
he's saying he ain't got no big blue Latinos to
Triste lo que está
share.
See, Alex Stein is going to be disappointed, man. Alex Stein's going to be disappointed about that.
pasando hoy aquí.
What do anyone know what the words on the screen says? De la casa. I know home is de la
I
casa.
think it says well done steaks is gay.
I don't think that's what it says, actually, because that would be very infactual, and I would even support their deportation even more.
Aquí
Martin, we're all the way.
estamos empezando un trabajo y cayó migración. La verdad que perjudicando a la gente trabajadora, a la gente que hace bien al país.
We're going to skip ahead. I mean, they're on the ground, getting arrested.
Misma sea la que
The only
So I
thing
think
that
that's
would
the whole
be
moral
better
right
in this whole thing is if the company owner got arrested as well.
Oh, yes. Shame on, and I would never want to do business with anybody who employs illegals. You are contributing to the downfall of Western civilization, of our own nation.
All to save a frickin' buck.
All to save a buck, and yeah, throwing away the soul of our nation for pennies it's Judas level behavior. So shame on anybody that employs illegals. But that's funny that lady did that. She waited till the roof was done, essentially, and she knew ahead of time. Kind of based. So
There were so many people genuinely furious about that. I don't know if you write any of the comments, and you shouldn't on
Of
stream,
course.
but
I
you
got
could
there.
totally on your own go read those comments.
Yes.
'Cause they are upset.
Of course.
boo-hoo. Yes.
This, like I said, it reminded me of a video on YouTube. A guy went to pick up Mexicans at work and just took them to the immigration office, and they all scattered.
Yes.
It would be a great YouTube channel. I'd watch the crap out of that.
It
I mean, I
would be.
think it's
Yes.
joking too, but it's pretty funny.
No, that's
You
fine.
had
Well,
15 Mexicans in the back of a
it's-
truck.
Listen,
and just
anybody
jumped out.
anybody who's savvy with social media, this is free content out there. Go, start going to the Home Depots and stuff.
You would figure the communist would be all for free labor. So I don't see what the problem is. You got a free roof, you travel definitely got paid per the illegal she deported there. So, I mean, she's definitely in the green now.
What's to be mad about? I don't know. But Jeff over in the YouTube chat saying that's the new competition. Yes, yes. Tar people, mud people. Yes, absolutely. And we're talking about tarring the roofs, You know, roof tar. You know, people who tar roofs. It's a big competition in the work industry now. So big issue we're facing. But moving on, kind of the subject of the week, even the background. I had to do the Pepes, the Crusader Pepe, Samurai Pepe. God bless Japan, our greatest ally. I just got to say, because this week X has made it where we have auto translate with Grok. So the Japanese people and American people, we are conversing freely without any inhibition in between us or barriers.
You and I are not so different.
Yes. Oh my goodness. We are realizing we are more similar than we thought. Cornboy, would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think I saw a meme depicting that. At first we're like, we're not the same, but then after we look in the other direction, yeah, we're more similar than we previously thought.
Oh yes. And that's the thing people are realizing, and I'm going to pull up a few of those memes right now, actually, Cornboy, because the first one I think sums it up very well. Is the spirit of Shinzo would be proud. Shinzo would be proud. R.I.P. to the GOAT. You know, gone too soon. Gone too soon. That's all I got to say. And then we have President Trump addressing the Japanese people himself.
As always, haters will say it's AI.
Haters will. And I just have to say, kudos to Trump for going all in on this. You know, redecorating the White House, the bonsai tree, the katana, everything.
The cherry blossoms, yeah.
Yeah, it's
the tea.
It's
Don't
lovely.
ignore the tea. That's really important.
Yes. Let's see what the president has to say to the Japanese people.
こんばんは。私の美しき日本の愛国者の皆様。こちらは皆様の偉大で美しきアメリカ大統領、ドナルド・ J. トランプでございます。ツイッターのアメリカ版へようこそ。
And it just goes on like that. Obviously, we have subtitles. We're going to mute it. But, dude, it's glorious. And people are realizing that, I don't know how to say this on YouTube. Gen Z is much more negatively viewing the nuking of Japan as opposed to another tragedy that people like to talk about happening in and around World War II. It's very opposite of the boomers, shall we say. And we are pretty much saying, never again. These are our brothers, and they're not woke. They are not a woke people. They don't like it. They are actually pretty in line with a lot of the American right, and you love to see it.
I mean, I was reading a thread on X about the perpetrators or coordinators of the so-called Muslim invasion recently in Japan, where they went from like 4 mosques in 1980s to like over 150 now. And pretty much all of the people behind it in Japan were U.S. educated.
Of course. And these people, I can only imagine if we looked into Wikipedia, you know, what things might come up. But
right.
What's that, Cornboy? You would know. You've said it before. What was that? The demon in ancient Japanese culture. The Tengu. Yes. If you want to know about that, guys, you can Google that for yourself. But
look up the origins of the Tengu. You might be a little
very
surprised.
interesting lore. Very interesting.
Oh my
lore.
God,
So,
look
like I
at-
said, we're freely conversing with our Japanese brethren across the ocean. Without any
Standard.
barriers. And Lex, I believe you're the one that posted this.
Mm-hmm.
We're informing them as to our customs, so they know how to, you know, assimilate properly with our culture. That's
actually what I'm eating right now.
Yeah, an all-American style taco. It's essentially a brisket in a flour tortilla, and this is the American style taco. I would have to say.
It sells those at- It sells those at Buc-ee's for breakfast. They're really good.
Oh, dude, you know, I keep
Like,
hearing
for
what you
real.
guys are saying about
For
Buc-ee's. I've
for
never
real.
been to a Buc-ee's in my life. I hear about this
I live
brisket.
30 miles from one. So I don't
Oh
go
my
there 'cause
gosh.
it's because it's in the direction I don't need to go. But
So,
It's a
is the
magical
brisket as
experience.
good as I hear
yes,
in Buc-ee's? Oh my goodness.
and like the breakfast, the brisket taco for breakfast. It's just like that. Just soft taco full brisket, and it's good.
Damn.
It's like $3, and it will fill you up.
I am jealous, but you know, I also have Asian friends, and that's what this has to say as well. I'm not xenophobic. I have Asian friends, the Asian friends. So yeah, it's pretty good. They love our American culture. They really love the South. They love
Yeah,
Texas.
we love
They
Texas
are
and
all about like they're all about
Cowboys.
barbecue and guns and monster trucks and they love it. They
Westerns,
fly
yeah.
Confederate flags all over
They
Japan.
want to be a
John
lean
Wayne.
corn boy. Southern folks just don't
Yeah,
eat corn
and
like corn boy.
people-
You be big.
I believe it's true too. They say if you go to Japan and say you're from Texas, they're gonna be
Yeah.
all over you like crazy.
Yeah.
So,
That's what I'm hearing. They like Texans a lot.
is anybody on this panel going on the GNG or whoever's doing it? I think is it Gary doing it? or-
FNT, Gary's
FNT.
doing it.
Yes. Okay. Is anyone going on that Japan trip or?
No.
I almost was going to do it, but now I'm definitely not because it's full right now, and the only open ones that I saw that had opened up because I was watching them on Forbidden Frontier last night was like you'd have to share a room with somebody random, and I would have to know who I'm going to be staying there with.
Yes.
Otherwise,
Yes.
before I spend any money.
I spent too much on going to MegaCon this year.
That too.
Probably should have skipped that and went to Japan, but oh well. I had to
I
go.
say I spend less than I say though.
That's also the thing
somehow,
where
but-
if G&G does their cruise, it's going to be one or the other. I'm not doing that
Yeah,
and MegaCon.
definitely.
Yes. Shout out to Sal too. He's right. Teach them the true WASP culture. Amen to that. But speaking of foreigners, Ronan is joining us. How are you doing, man?
I am doing good.
got away from ice,
as
huh?
you can tell, yes, I did. I managed to escape La Migra. That
Hello,
Karen may have
Senor
called even though I
Ronan.
was doing my work, but I got it done and I managed to slip away.
Hope that lawn turned out well.
Oh, it
Yes.
certainly did. My camera's off for today just for two reasons. One,
No worries, dude. No worries, dude.
little sick, and two, I'm having dinner currently. I'll give you a hint. It has Gary and Lex's favorite toppings on it.
Pineapple. Great.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm calling ice right now. It was nice knowing you.
Delicious.
It
Good
is-
taste.
It is God's most sacred fruit, and you would.
I
dare
didn't even
insult
say
us
who I'm
like
calling
that.
ice on. I'm calling him on Lex for being a traitor to the
please.
nation. But
They already work for me.
Toxic. What is it? God's fruit.
But I was listening in while you guys were talking about the new relations going on between America and Japan, especially on X. I don't know what happened with the algorithm. All I know is God bless the algorithm and God bless
Amen.
US and Japan, because I've said it before. I'll say it again. Actually said it last night. I know Vatlaw was there. I was saying it last night on I Swear It's Not Hentai because I managed to get on that, and I'm scarred for life now for that. I had to go
Yes.
I had to go to confessional this morning, and even the priest looked at me funny because of such terrible things. But I said the same thing there. Japan is by far our actual greatest ally, more so than the
Amen to that.
the retards that exist over in the Middle East. And you all know
Any of
which
them,
one
yes.
I'm talking about. And
Yes.
what
Oy
any of these
vey,
other
Ronan,
nations. But I absolutely love that the algorithm is designing it and developing it this way right now. I love that the Japanese are really adopting and accepting a lot of the different cultures that exist here, especially like all the cowboy culture. I'm a little hesitant that they want to adopt some of the Chicano culture, like all those lowriders and whatnot.
Yeah.
I hope
But
it's-
they see it as a part of an American type of culture, though.
it is.
So,
I
mean,
hope it's more of an aesthetic thing and not the actual behavioral thing. But
It's not.
But it's great. It's great stuff, dude. I love it.
see, I think what had happened was the auto translate function got turned on in
did?
X, and our people matched up most closely with Japanese people, so they got put in our algorithm. And,
Indeed.
like they would have already been there if it hadn't been for the auto translation.
And everyone
you know?
loves it.
And Steve got it in the chat too, and I want to elaborate. It's not just Japan, but like Steve mentioned, the Philippines, a lot of base
Yeah.
people. We have friends in the Philippines. Shout out Wayfarer. We
true.
have also Korea. Like you look at Kongman Lee, he talks about. I didn't know this. You know, Korea, or at least South Korea, is a third Christian. Is a
Yeah.
third.
That is
People
absolutely.
don't realize this.
We have
don't
quite a
realize
few
this.
Christian Korean churches here in Texas.
You do
Yeah,
need to be
mindset.
a little mindful of it, though, and I know this from my friend's personal experience. Some of the Korean churches that actually exist can get a little culty. Matter of fact, my friend actually almost got into one that was actually a call. Well, Doomsday called specifically, but it was kind of funny though. But yes,
Ooh.
a lot of
I will talk
Koreans
to you after
in-
that the stream, Ronan, because I know exactly what you're talking about. So,
okay.
yes. So I believe I've met a lot of Koreans who are Presbyterian too, and just various. But you don't associate that. People don't associate that with Asian people. A lot. And I wanted to show this as well because I am an avid X user. Also, if you guys are watching, follow me on X. Follow all the guys on the panel on X. It's a great site. I do recommend it. And this summed it up well, so much so that I had to repost it. So here's below an auto-translated post. Japanese girl going out talking about the cherry blossom trees. They are all about nature. They love nature. They post a lot of nature pictures, a lot of stuff. And this guy summed it up so well. Seeing Japanese girls tweeting about cherry blossom trees is so much better than getting force-fed Pakistani men trying to maximize their payout by posting about Massey Epstein in Israel every other minute, which is what it is. We have Indians and Pakistanis pro-Israel, anti-Israel, pro-Israel, anti-Israel, all day, every day. To see normal people posting about normal things, again, is beautiful. It's beautiful. What do you guys think? Has your algorithm been positively affected by this recent change at all? Have you noticed? Or
Oh, definitely. I went to the For You today and just scrolled and scrolled and scrolled.
Absolutely.
Same.
Half Japanese at least.
Same.
Oh,
It's fixed it. It's fixed X.
It's funny, even over in my Catholic sphere of Twitter. It's all it's like, oh my gosh, they're Japanese Catholics, and now there's the fact that it's like, did we not know this? I thought that was known. Apparently not, because now they're all jumping in and just it's like everybody's like this though. Everybody's going, the Japanese like what we're doing, and the Japanese are like, that's really cool, and we can talk to them now.
Yes.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Like on the rare occasion, just like you, Lex, I find the occasional Japanese Catholic, and it's because of them I know about some samurai in history actually having been Catholics, which is really awesome. I love hearing that stuff.
Yeah, see, I'm learning so much more, and it's really cool. It's really, really cool. And this sums it up too. This is kind of what we talk about on this show too, just like normal gamer culture, like we don't get offended easily, and we're not about that. So this meme summed it up well. Girls after one argument, never talking to you again. Guys after Pearl Harbor and getting nuked twice, you're my best friend, bro. And then in Japanese, probably the same thing. It's so true. Like literally, they Pearl Harbored us. We nuked them twice, and we're best friends.
What I liked about this meme, and I don't know if this is the one I sent you or someone else did, but I loved like the captions and comments that go with it, where people comment going, "Hey, remember those people that we were at like literal all-out war with, like total war on a scale the world has literally never seen before?" Yeah, we actually get along great now. You know who we don't get along great with? The people that we should
liberals
put in extra quotes there.
The countries that have been taking advantage of us.
Yes. Also, you notice Japan never says to us, they have a very ancient history. They've been around for 3,000 years. They never tell us, hey, you better be sending us an Iron Dome to protect us from China. They don't blackmail our politicians into doing stuff. It's very interesting how that goes. I just have to say, interesting comparison with other countries that other people like to call our greatest ally. Ronan, I think you might know about that.
Actually, you know what they're doing instead is they've already taken the initiative. They're rebuilding their navy, and they're rebuilding some of their armed forces. What the Japanese have is known as the JSDF. It's just basically a glorified National Guard for the whole nation. But they're starting to understand China's starting to be a bit of a threat. So I think it's time that they actually start militarizing again.
They're even using the show called Gates for propaganda for it. I think the new season is going to be about the Navy.
And as well, I'm hearing that their Navy is very technologically advanced and very good at sweeping mines, apparently, which may come in handy in a certain place.
I think they're also the closest to having a fully functional railgun on a boat.
Yeah, I've seen that as well.
It's pretty cool stuff.
They don't have any aircraft carriers, but they do have a lot of helicopter carriers.
That could come in handy. And that's why I keep saying they are in practice and in principle, maybe not on paper yet or propaganda. They're not saying they're our greatest ally. I would say they are.
But in
even more
heart.
so than our timeless European allies. Even unfortunately, unfortunately a lot of these liberals in Europe don't see our blood ties as valuable as Japan.
Except for
Well,
does.
our supposed allies in Europe at this point anymore, we can't even consider them allies because it's not the same people that used to be in charge 40, 50, hell, I'll even say 20 and 30 years ago. It's people that are being completely replaced by, let's face it, third worlders, foreigners.
Yes.
These are folks who really do not care about the Western world. They only intend to go to the Western world to make it the same as their shithole countries.
Yes.
Right.
And that's something we could take a note of lesson from Japan. They value keeping Japan Japanese. Let's take a note out of that and keep America American. What is an American? It's a people and a place. It's not an economic zone for the world. It's not just an idea. Yes, there's many principles and timeless ideals in American, but being an American is a people. It's a people.
Well, and that's the thing. After World War II, with their unconditional surrender, we helped them write their constitution based on ours. And
Indeed.
Look how it turned out. So,
indeed. Cornboy, you shared this as well. So this is a beautiful thing for people who may not know, are not on X or not on X much. This is a feature that was just rolled out of auto translate. So as you can see here, it's JD Vance. It says have thank you, and then auto translate. Boom, show translate. One click. So this is from a Japanese poster on X, and he says, let's see. Yes, this is funny. Iran. The vice president would be a good negotiation partner. Media. Iran is smart. Vance opposes the Iran war. Vance, go ahead. Iran and media, question mark. Vance, Iran, you should be grateful to America. Did you say thank you even once today? You're not even wearing a suit. It's rude, just like he did to Zelensky. So, but look at this. Have thank you. This is just such a beautiful Japanese meme, you know. They get it. That's all I'm going to say. They get it. And it's pretty cool. So I like them. I like these people.
They get these people.
I also like this. So
oh god,
this is another Japanese poster. And the Japanese got fed up with the blacks who are causing a ruckus in their country. And they put these signs up on the trains. So first we're going to watch this.
Oh, geez.
Gonna mute that garbage. But
what are you trying to do?
This is a Japanese train.
They can't help themselves.
These are not. It's an IQ issue. These are not Japanese people, obviously, and they were causing a ruckus. So the Japanese people put this sign up. And now I'm not going to necessarily describe it. Those of you watching or listening, take a glance at the screen real quick. We're not going to even say it. We're not even going to say it. But you see what this is on the left.
That poor polar bear baby.
Oh yeah.
So bad.
Hey, Tobias.
So bad for them. The fox. That law, we're not hearing you at all, dude.
You're saying Tobias is in there on the left.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, who let
Yes.
Tobias into Japan?
So, needless to say, they get it. The Japanese get it. So, what would you think? Do you think that would fly in a New York City subway here?
Hell no.
If we put a poster up, I don't think it would. No.
Well,
It's pretty good.
I don't think anybody wants me to go on a rant on what I think flies in U.S. subways. We already know.
That'll be a whole episode on its own. But want to show this too.
I mean, you might want to do it now before we get it monetized, so we don't have to threat of demonetization.
Jake kind of nailed it there. Jake kind of nailed it. Yep. I want to show this. So this is from Lily Tang Williams. If you don't know who this is a lady. She's run for Congress. She's a Republican. She's a Chinese immigrant. She did it the right way. She didn't hop a border, but she is the woman that famously went viral challenging David Hogg on gun control. She said, she's the one that said, well, is the government corrupt? He said, yeah, well, sometimes. So you trust them to control whether we have guns or not? And he's like, well, yeah. And she's like, well, then the Second Amendment's non-negotiable then. So come and take it, basically. So she's pretty based, older Chinese, not old, I don't want to be rude, but Chinese lady. Has a family in New Hampshire. She's all about freedom. So she posted this, and like I said, she's from China. So She posted this clip of Japanese people singing, "Take Me Home, Country Roads" by John Denver. They love our country music. They love it. They love bluegrass. They, like we said, they love cowboy culture, Western music, bluegrass music.
They even took time to translate it into Japanese to go along with the beat as well. So
Indeed. So let's listen to it for a minute. I kind of I don't think it'll get copyright because it's a cover and it's in Japanese and they're doing it themselves. But let's check it out. This is what I just want to say. For other countries, like in the Middle East, even in Europe, other countries that always talk shit about us.
I have questions about the girl on the keyboard, though.
Well, that's another. But it's nice to see a foreign country actually respect our culture instead of always saying whites have no culture, whites have no culture. It's a nice thing. Let's check it out. Have to say they're like right off the bat too. They're kind of nailing it, especially instrumentally and everything. Mm-hmm. And man, it's what a nice culture. What a nice culture. We're gonna leave it there, but no, pretty cool. It's nice to see. Like I said, it's nice to see foreigners show some respect to our culture and admire it. Whereas even leftists in our own country can't value it. So
I watched the whole thing earlier today. If you haven't seen it yet in the chat there, do me a favor, watch it. You'll love it.
Definitely.
One thing I was thinking
in the private chat. Let me see. Oh, okay.
Oh.
No, let's go.
What I was going to say is one thing I hope does come from this is because everybody is celebrating so much that how much like Japanese people love American culture, but what I find so fascinating is I've seen things about Japanese culture in the last like 12 hours that I've just never seen before, from aesthetics to just like right now what's up in all the headlines is the appreciation heading our way kind of, but I've got to be honest with you, being a native of a country that is all things considered not that old, I'm fascinated to kind of see what's going on over here, because I have genuinely no idea, and I'm curious because if there's anything that encourages me to learn more about someone else, it's them wanting to know about me. I'm like, oh, yes, okay, well, enough about me. Tell me about you. Like, cool, what's going on? And that's what I really hope happens. Is there's like enrichment that happens here that really helps make that, hey, they're our greatest ally, into a no, they really are, and we actually are stopping to notice. And maybe there are some cultural trends of things like discipline and honor and family that are worth really deepening.
One of the more like cultural, not so much political, but one of the more cultural aspects of this too that I kind of like, the Japanese are starting to find out that a lot of the leftists here over in the West are actually taking a lot of their shows, a lot of their anime, and a lot of their manga, basically localizing it. Like, I don't have the camera on, but I'm doing air quotes, localizing it, or changing the dialogue basically just to match a lot of bullshit Hollywood
for the modern audience, right?
Yes, modern audience dialogue basically, and like I'm glad that they're starting to catch on to that now. And since they're the ones that actually live in Japan, they can actually go straight to these companies like Shueisha, to God, what are the other ones? Like Kyoto Animation, Viz Media, all the big ones basically that publish all of the Shonen Jump. That's the biggest one too. They can actually go to them and write letters to them, or meet with.
They need to write letters to Nintendo to replace Nintendo of America.
It should just be Nintendo instead of Nintendo of America. You can have an American office, of Nintendo over here in the US, but don't call it Nintendo of America. You are
I
making the
personally-
distinctions now.
I personally would be
Yeah.
okay if Nintendo of America was absorbed by Geeks and Gamers. I think that would be an all right move. I'd be okay with that personally.
Yes, but then you'd end up with Ryan Kinnell being in charge of it, and he would just say everything with the most aggressive accent he possibly could all the time.
Yes.
Which I mean would be funny, but
I'm okay. Dude, I
I'm
just
not
gotta say,
sure this is
speaking of Ryan Kinnell, first of all, he was correct about Brie Larson. Second of all, I love the way he says black when he says black. He just like really puts that twang on, like black people. I love it. I love it. So, I can't believe right now. That's perfect timing. Hauser, how you doing, man? Safe travels on the train ride home. Thank you for watching, bro. It's great to have you in the chat. Hope to see
I
you
gotta
next
say
week,
about
man.
Cole Hauser, he's taller than me.
From what I've heard, I haven't met him in person yet. I hear he is a big dude. So
When I read
That
it,
is
when I
actually
read
saying
the,
something. Caucasian Corey's pretty tall, and Cole Hauser is not just tall; he's big.
he couldn't fit on one of the rides when we were like when I was with Gary and all them.
He might be taller than
Jeremy and all them.
Cornboy.
I ran into their group. We were going to go through one of the Hogwarts rides. I think it was the one we were at probably half an hour before that, and Cole Hauser couldn't fit in. He's just too big.
That's
You're
awesome.
saying Cole Hauser didn't get a chance to ride Hagrid?
Oh
No, it wasn't Hagrid. That was the
no,
smaller
no.
one on the other side of the park in Diagon Alley.
Last thing on this topic. Yes, praise Ara. Shout out Cole Hauser.
Yes.
Last thing, another instrumental. This was cool. I don't know. I'm loving this. I'm loving what I'm seeing. It's a timeline cleanser. So this was posted. You can always leave it to the Japanese to take a storied American musical tradition, not only do it absolute justice on the technical side, but bring a joy and jubilance that can only come from deep reverence and enjoyment of the art. So true. You can tell they aren't faking it. They're not just performatively going through the motions like so many people in our own entertainment industry do in Hollywood and the likes. They're actually loving what they're doing. Check this out. This is great.
well, already I can't do that. So
It's great. And I can understand what they're saying. Like, it's not distorted. It's really, really good. So we
I don't
gotta
even
finish
care
this.
about the accented singing. It still sounds amazing to me.
It does. It's better than some people here.
they sound genuinely
Better than a
cheerful.
certain Super Bowl performer, I'd say.
Yes. Then
Better
Bad
than
Bunny.
most rap music. What are you talking about?
Oh yes.
Man, I don't even like this kind of music, but I love how much fun they're having. I don't care.
Yes.
I need to find a
We'll leave it
jug
there.
just to
This
join
isn't-
along with them.
Yeah, this isn't like my genre of music or anything, but I appreciate it. I think it's beautiful for what it is. Like Jake said in the chat, the song of his people. You know, it's deep, a part of certain parts of American culture. But I love their love for it. That's what really rubs off here. I love their love for it. That's the big part. So
There's
Love to see it.
sincerity behind it. That's what makes it so, so fascinating and so endearing. Is the sincerity behind like them trying to perform it. It's great.
yes, it's wonderful. So God bless Japan. I missed one last tab on Japan before we move on. I don't know, Ronan. I feel like you might be most equipped for this topic. Oh, yo!
Okay.
Shout out Spider Unlimited
Who's in
and
the
the
chat?
Outlaws.
Spider.
Outlaws.
You guys are
Hey,
good to see you guys.
Spider,
I want to
what's
give a
up,
shout out to
brother?
them. I know you got Donna Hall, the Beast, all you great people. You guys are killing it. Close to 100 subs.
Yep.
You guys are killing it. So keep up the good work, man. It's good to see more people coming up doing the thing. So
No, he's good people. Got a chance to
Yeah.
hang out with him a little bit in MegaCon. He's good people.
good stuff.
Same.
Good
Yeah.
stuff. So
Spider's a
thank
good
you for
dude.
stopping by, guys. Shout out to the
Yeah,
Outlaws.
You guys.
Spider is like one of my earliest friends I made in this space. He's a good dude.
Nice.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. So amazing. It was very well done. I'm gonna listen to more Japanese bluegrass music later on today. But,
When are we going to get the Japanese, hit on Golden Age podcast? That's the real question. Come on
that's
over.
what I want to know. Hey, if we know any Japanese people, get them on. Let's get them on. So wanted to show this. Tell me in a YouTube safe way why this might not work in certain American cities. There's a reason for it. Let's play this.
We all know
You
the
already
reason
mentioned
before
it.
he
It
plays.
was Brian Cannell, actually.
Yes, and it was also that poster on the train as well explained it. So I'm going to mute it because we're going to skip ahead. So needless to say, you get the gist of it. It's a soft serve ice cream machine. You place the cone in. They play a show that's a screen behind it. Holograms.
Oh, okay, that's cute.
So I'm going to skip ahead a little. Look, they
That's
do
cute.
a little performative show.
It's excessive.
The ice cream is yes, the ice cream's put. Ronan, I'm going to give it to you for a second.
Sure.
Why in certain urban areas in the United States could this machine be abused possibly?
Well, all I can say is this kind of machine could easily be abused by individuals who are either impatient or
Yes.
who are just like, oh, I don't give no rat's ass about some little cartoon drawing. Just give me my fucking ice cream or some shit like that. Let me give you another
Yes.
explanation too. This one will be much more fitting as to why some of these nice things that Japan has, we can't have here in the States. Did you
Yes,
know
yes.
that there are actual convenience stores, as they call them in Japan, konbini? They call them konbini. They have them over there that are completely automated. There's no cashier.
Really?
There's no
No clerks.
employees. No clerks. Completely automated. You go in there. You take what you want to buy. You know, little snacks, some drinks, whatever you want to get. You just do the payments automatically, and then you just walk right out.
Yeah.
Now,
It's almost like having a high trust society is nice. It's a nice
Yeah,
thing.
and I'm
Actually,
learning all their
is it?
stores, like the Apple stores, they don't have to have their phones all tethered to the desk.
I wonder
Why
how
is
you get
that?
a high trust society.
How do you gain a high trust society? And also, Mark, I don't think it is because this one actually works. It's not a McDonald's one.
I
But,
100% believe all of the machines
Yeah, this
in
is
a
probably at
Japanese
one of their 7-Eleven.
McDonald's work.
apparently, McDonald's in Japan is better than McDonald's in America. So,
Ooh, shock.
maybe I don't know. We'll see. We'll
Yeah,
see.
they don't
if-
have those non-compete clauses in their ice cream machines.
Yes. No, but yeah, needless to say, I just saw that in my timeline and I'm like, we could never have something like this in a urban area here. There's too many troublemakers that would abuse it, break it, smash it.
Too many
Try to
future
steal from it,
scholars,
you know.
too many future engineers,
Doctors,
future
engineers,
astronauts. Yeah.
Jake got it. We got to preserve it.
I
and we
didn't
gotta go
realize
back.
the students I taught were so dangerous.
Yes. Moving on. Cole Hauser actually could maybe chime in on this in the chat, possibly. This is his people. This was shared to me by Nerd Slap. So, I am not an expert on Canadian politics, but this was posted earlier
What
by.
the hell?
Yes, I'm gonna read. Let me read the headline for those watching. From Kevin Sorbo, he posted this saying, "Canada just criminalized reading the Bible. Now, quoting scripture on marriage, sin, or God's design for sexuality can be prosecuted as quote willful promotion of hatred. This is how the West falls." So
Canada's a failed
Canada
state.
just criminalized the Bible. Bill C9 passed by Canada lawmakers. Quoting scripture on marriage, sin, God's design for sex, can be prosecuted. So, what do you guys think of this on its face here?
Okay, I'll just jump straight to it. If any of you guys played Fallout 3 or just played any of the Fallout games, you know that in the lore of it, America annexes Canada. Can I just ask when we're actually going to annex Canada? Seriously?
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. At least when can we take Alberta? That's what I want to know. You know.
They already want to come, from what I hear.
That's true. That's very true. Yeah. So, needless to say, it's yes, exactly. Yeah, that's regarding.
Yeah, it'll be a little
regarding
risky
Bill.
taking the rest of it when they come with this part.
I don't want them to
Yes.
bring the rest of it. The rest of it can stay out, actually.
I agree with that too. So
And they'll
yeah,
implode
hopefully.
without Alberta because they're the only positive contributor to their whole economy.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, so John kind of nailed it in the chat too. I think it's gay. It is gay. So, yeah. Crazy stuff.
Oh my
Crazy
goodness.
stuff. Speaking of gay, Lindsey Graham was spotted at Disney World during the partial government shutdown holding a Disney princess bubble wand. So we have a few posts on this. but on its face, we already knew this man was a flaming homosexual. This just confirms it. So during a partial government shutdown where DHS is not being funded properly, and we are essentially entering a multi-front war, our
And where
elected
that
officials...
traitor Senate Leader Thune keeps doing pro forma sessions in Congress so that Trump can't do any recess appointments. What is it doing here?
It's crazy stuff, so shame on him. But the quote here was great. Israel first, Disney World second. But this hat is something that caught my attention. And I'm kind of thinking of picking one up. So this is from the Tucker Carlson shop. Neocons are gay for Israel. Yeah, it's true. And I mean, Lindsey Graham is gay anyway, but
what would make you think that?
And a turtle.
Tucker may say some weird things nowadays, but hey, broken clocks one is right like 2, 3, 4 times.
Absolutely right. Yeah, I
Twice
don't
a
agree
day.
with
This is
anyone
a saying,
on everything.
twice a day.
Yeah. So I don't agree with everyone on everything, and yeah, Tucker makes some bad points and makes some good points. That's just the name of the game. But this was another picture here from TMZ. Lindsey Graham rides Space Mountain and spends this weekend at Disney World amid the shutdown. So this is an old dude, by the way. Old guy, single guy, probably very gay guy, childless, going to Disney World.
Never linked to a woman in his life.
Never, ever. And I don't know, guys, I wouldn't want him anywhere around children. Children.
Does this classify Lindsey Graham as a Disney adult then in this case?
I mean, kinda. He doesn't have
fits the profile.
Does he have the mobility scooter though? Soon, maybe.
Jesus.
I mean, that's around the corner.
I mean, he can't join the plus size park hoppers, but he can be a Disney adult.
Don't remind me. Yes, Jake got it in the chat too. Powerful figotry at work here. So,
I want to say at least half, if not probably 75% of most rhinos are closeted gay anyway.
Oh, more than likely. Are you kidding?
From the stories
yes.
I've been told, yeah.
I mean, I could show word that.
I mean, they'd have their little meet and greets in Minneapolis airports and whatnot. I mean,
oh, absolutely. Yes.
Well, I mean, wasn't there a tracker like before the Iran war started? Wasn't there a tracker that
exactly
showed?
Right, Corey.
That's very nice, Corey. Wasn't there a tracker that showed that
how many sexual harassment lawsuits have been paid out?
No, it wasn't even that. There was a tracker that showed that certain gay bars surrounding the Pentagon were actually seeing a decrease in activity. And that was around the time that the war was about to kick off. So it's like clearly a lot of these people are, I don't know, doing weird butt stuff with each other. Freaks.
Well,
like we said,
I seem to
neocons.
remember, was it Anna Paulina Luna or somebody else who posted, maybe Nancy Mace, who posted the list of all the congressmen and senators who had paid out on the Congressional Sexual Harassment Fund. And she's like, several of them were men, paying men.
Really? Okay, so not a shocker. Not a shocker there. Alex Jones here actually has a few words to say about that. So
I bet he does.
Actually, before we get to this, Steve makes a good point. Yes, the TPUSA convention and CPAC and a lot of these Con Inc. conferences do tend to break the Grindr app and overload it in Phoenix.
I dislike how common it is that a lot of these big conventions of conservative, ostensibly, groups of all types all tend to have that in common, actually.
Yes. It almost leads you to believe there's an agenda to subvert actual good values in this country by bad actors. So a lot we can break down there.
You can't get into the party elite without being one of them.
That's a good point. And that's why we always say, I'm right wing, I'm conservative. The GOP is not going to save us. Only Christ is going to save us. It's a spiritual issue in this country, and I'm not a slave to the GOP. I would never vote Democrat, ever. Never have, never will. They're degenerate scumbags. But the Republicans need to earn my vote, too. And if they're going to promote degeneracy as well, it's time to reconsider things. And
and that's what's sad about our side, too, because Democrats have no such, disillusions with their party. They vote blue no matter who, no matter what. And us over here on the conservative side or the real side, reality-based side, we're like, you ain't doing it for us, buddy. We're not going to back you.
we hold our own people accountable, and that's the way it should be. That's what makes you not a cultist. That's what makes you not a cultist.
Scruples, basically. The left lacks scruples.
Yes.
They have nothing that basically tells them maybe we shouldn't be handling things this way. Just go for it, because how is it that Bill Abonte puts it? Says the solution's not just the solution's the revolution, or something like that. It's not a matter of like what you want or what you should do. Basically, the ends justify the means. You'll get to where you want to get by doing whatever the heck you need to do. That's how they operate.
Yeah, and what sucks is I feel like as a conservative, reality-based person, I have no representation in the government.
No. We don't. We have nobody stands for Christians in this nation ever. It's always the Muslims and the Jews and the Muslims, and it's always foreign politics put before our own needs, and it's always, like we said, with the neocons, it's always endless wars. With the Democrats, we need to bring everybody into our country. It's a melting pot. It's garbage. I want some America first. I need some America first.
You know what happens in a melding pot? Things meld. You know the problem with this melding pot? Things aren't.
Oh, that's what it was.
That would imply assimilation, would it not, Lex? So
precisely right.
Gonna show
see,
one more.
You used to be able to mix things in a little tiny bit at a time, and it wouldn't disrupt it that much. But now they're just pour everything in; it'll all mix eventually.
Well, I want to go back to the times when a mixed race marriage was a Norwegian woman and a Finnish man getting married. Okay, that's what I call a mixed race marriage. Okay,
they were pretty severe about that, actually.
Hey,
that was offensive.
And Cole Hauser there about getting rid of the rhinos and gets reported by the left. That happens here too.
Oh, 100%. Yes, fake conservatives are the biggest stumbling block we have towards any actual change for the
what's
better.
the name?
Yes.
Cheney, Liz Cheney.
Yes, I'll talk about like you mentioned too, Eye Patch McCain. We need more Brandon Herreras and less Dan Crenshaws in the world. That's kind of where I'm at. So, one last clip on this Lindsey Graham issue. We're not going to play the whole clip, but Alex Jones breaks it down pretty well, and it's pretty funny. This man could have been... He's a great source of information. He could have been a stand-up comic in another life as well. He's got a sense of humor. Let's hear what the man himself, Alex Jones, had to say about the queer Lindsey Graham at Disney World.
Any man, I've never even known a man, it's well known who does go there. Any men going alone to Disney World, Disneyland, are sickos.
Okay, I know. I have friends who go to Disney, and I don't even know anybody who goes by themselves. They always go with other people.
No. Yeah. Grown-ass men, you do not go to Disney World alone. That makes you a sicko. So that's all we're gonna say.
Weird.
That's all we're gonna say. Like at the very least, you see even like G&G park hopping. Jay and Krista and Beardo and Steph and everybody. It's like you're not just like one 70-year-old dude wandering around with a bubble wand alone.
Jay couldn't trip Lou by himself. He had to have a
distraction.
Let's be a little realistic. Let's be a little realistic. The fact that Chris is there with them does help. If it was just Jay and Beardo, I think we'd have some questions.
But also, at the same time, I'm going to send Jay if he's like recording stuff.
What were you going to say, Corey?
Like Jay recording stuff for the channel, so that kind of makes sense, but he's not doing that. That's,
right. Exactly.
I can understand, like, he has a camera doing a park hop, and
but he still doesn't go by himself. He always films Krista doing things, and
exactly. Like he's happy.
And he's not. You don't see Jay or any of the theme park people going around with a bubble wand, sticking their tongue out like a weirdo, staring at kids like Lindsey Graham is. So let's hear this for a second.
I'm a lawyer. He commanded a desk in the military. And when I first saw this, I thought it was a parody. No, there's video and photos of him at Disney World by himself with a pink princess wand, scepter, walking around talking to children. This is not a joke.
That's creepy
This
as
is
hell.
not a game. The guy that's trying to get us into nuclear war and total war with Russia and everybody else was photographed and videotaped jumping around playing with a guy in a Mickey Mouse outfit while he has a purple princess scepter in his hand.
There he is with the coffee carafe, getting his coffee at Disney World. Wow.
Don't you feel well represented?
Well represented
in our
she's
government?
walking around
Yes.
with no family with him, no children. He's not married. He's just wandering around with a pink princess scepter, staring at children. It's completely insane.
And Alex nails it there because, I want to laugh at how, gay he is. That's one thing. But it's also creepy. You got to point that out. Like, that's actually legitimately creepy because that's a family.
Factor overrides it.
Isn't it
Because that's actually that's a family-oriented location. So
I was gonna say, isn't it statistically pretty low that for like a senator to be unmarried? I appreciate that
you kind of have in South
not
Carolina.
Everyone gets
dude?
married, but isn't it pretty rare to have a high-ranking politician that isn't married? Like people just find it more
Especially-
comforting to be represented by someone who's got a family. Like that's
especially in
Because you understand the
South
values.
Carolina, you'd
Yeah,
think
yeah.
that he'd be a family man at least.
And conservative too.
Yeah, which he is absolutely not. He wants
He's
to.
definitely neoconservative. I mean, he's
Yes,
been
he
there
is.
for
Oh, well.
25 years.
Quote,
Yes, he
pretend,
is.
like conservative,
Yes,
not real.
we know. Yes, the
He
difference.
came in with the bushes.
Wanted to show this. So there's a reason I highlighted this. Mark makes a good point. Is he a furry? Well, I don't know if Lindsey Graham is. I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, we couldn't tell because whenever he's wearing the fursuit, we don't know it's him under there.
That's true.
He's
I'd put
never
money on
been
a scale
photographed
he
putting
just
it on.
first
If that's
turtle
Tobias, maybe he can.
But this is a good transition here because I had this bookmarked. Alex Stein went to the Texas Furry Festival.
What
which
the hell?
Why is
he
this
got
in
kicked
my
out of
state?
it. He got
there
kicked out
is
of it.
one.
Yeah, I thought you went to it, Lex. You're from Texas.
I'm actually offended that there is one. What is this?
It's Lex. You're the Texan
Oh,
on the panel.
gosh.
I think you're the only one, right, Lex? Yeah.
All right.
Whatever.
I'm in here
Sorry.
as well.
Sorry.
Yeah. Tell me what you guys think as residents of the state that you have
Okay,
a furry
I'm
festival.
going to go out on the limb and say this is in Austin.
Dallas.
More than
Austin or Dallas?
It's in Dallas.
I gotta check this. Okay,
Alright,
it's
is
in
it
Dallas.
Dallas?
So now you know where to go, Lex.
Well, bizarre. This is the Texas Furry Fest. Look at all the furries. This is wild. Hello.
Disturbing. I just want to say to pause it there.
Which
I want
one's
to live in a
Tobias
country.
again?
I went to
Probably
no
all
idea.
of them at this point.
I want to live in a country where it's illegal to go out like that in public, and people will bitch and moan libertarian my ass. I'm sorry.
You can go
Ron.
one day
Whoa, hold on there.
a year at
Hold
the
on,
end of
Buckaroo.
October.
I may have some libertarian ideals. Even I think this draws the fucking line, bro.
Hell
I'm a
yeah,
Christian
base.
first more than anything else, man. I don't need
Base.
to see
That's
this
what I'm talking about.
degeneracy.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking.
I'm just
moving on.
grossed out that this is happening in the same town I went to. I literally went to seminary in this town, and I'm angry
man.
about this existing.
All you furries got to go.
Guys,
It gets
There
better.
you
wait.
go.
It gets better. He adds to it.
All you furries got to go. This is the weirdest thing I've ever been to in my life. Why is everybody in costumes like this? This is kind of scary. Guys, don't shoot up a school.
Oh, ooh, okay.
Saying it like it is. Look at that. The same creep looking at him again. That creep. Absolute creep. I'm sorry to torture you guys with this, but this is relevant. Alex Stein out here doing the Lord's work, trolling those who need to be trolled.
Dude, I've met Alex Stein before. He's a good dude.
Yeah,
And he went to
I know.
LSU. That's the
Dude,
most
I want to
important
meet
part.
him someday. I want to shake this guy's hand because he is always supplying us with the best clips. A big fan of Alex Stein.
Okay, what's funny, the first time I met him was at Dallas meetup for Gary back in 2023.
Nice.
And that's when I met him. He followed me on social media. And that same weekend, Brittany Griner came to Dallas to play, and he went to the airport right after she had exchange, talking about the whole thing. It's like, oh, dude. Like the very next day, he pulled that one off.
So, yeah, dude, this guy has balls of steel. So, let's finish this clip real quick.
Look at all these people dressed like this. What is this outfit?
It's like another minute and a
Oh,
half
he's
of
hanging
it.
out. All right, guys, it better be private. I hope there's no kids here. Look at this. Hey, hey, ho, ho. All you furries need to go.
Disturbing.
Ho, ho. All you furries got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. All you furries got to go. Hey, hey. ho, ho. All you furries got to go. Hey, hey.
I love his smirk.
All
Yeah.
you
Oh, dude,
furries
he
got
loves
to
what he
go.
does. You know this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you gotta go, dude.
Oh,
you
you seen
gotta seek some help, brother.
he went to the No
You
Kings
guys are
rally
weird.
too.
Stop shooting up schools.
My Jesus.
We're gonna leave it there. We're gonna leave it there. And damn you, Weasel. You know. Oh, I know why he's calling me short because he's a furry. That's
Oh
why
my
I forgot.
God.
So yes, he's projecting. Got to show this too on a slightly different subject. I didn't want to talk about it too much, but it was No Kings protests this week. Oh, No Kings! Don't let Trump be a king. Won't somebody think of the children? So, this is from Libs of TikTok. No
I love
Kings
it when
protests-
totalitarians throw no kings protests.
Yes, oligarchs, actually. No King's protester completely loses it and storms away when the interviewer points out that nobody voted for Kamala and she was installed as the nominee. 100% true. Nobody in the primary voted for Kamala Harris. Not a single person. So that's worth noting, just gotta say. Let's listen to what this protester had to say. This is a female interviewer, as you can tell by the voice. And he gets a little intimidation tactic-y, if you notice. Let's watch this real quick.
Out of office. Would you like J.D. Vance to be the president
No,
then?
I would not.
Okay.
Yeah, I would not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who would you like to be the president?
Kamala Harris right now, but she didn't win. But
Can I point out something that we say no kings and no authoritarianism, but Kamala Harris, no one voted for her.
yes, they did. Half the country voted for her. So let's not go there.
No one was voted for her to be the nominee.
Yes, they did.
Isn't that what authoritarian?
You're going down the wrong road right now with me. I wouldn't go any further.
What does that mean?
I'm not going to talk to you anymore. That's what it means.
I just.
What's that supposed to mean? I wouldn't go any further? What's that supposed to suggest? I don't know.
So no, this
it's
is actually very
ironic.
common. These people are so narcissistic. They think that talking to them is such a highly sought after prize that merely threatening you with ending the conversation will be enough to get you to kowtow. But it turns out, no, actually, I don't want to talk to you, and talking to you kind of hurts. Please go away. Please do.
Well, as far as they're concerned, words are violence, and
yeah, that is the worst of the worst to them.
In
Of
other
course.
words, he knows she's right, and he came back.
yes,
His
yes, he
claims.
can't rebut with any logic or facts or anything. Just got to storm off and get angry. Look how much of a fool this retard is too, with the crappy orange face paint. This dude has twig arms. Just what a punk. Exactly. Melanie Macword all the way, Corey. You got it. Check this out.
Think that no one voted for her to be the nominee. They just selected her like a king gets selected, right?
Keep it to yourself, okay? Bye. Have a good day.
It's not an opinion.
See ya.
All
Take
right.
care.
Evan, what's your other sign say?
No, you don't need to see it.
Okay.
None of your business.
Out of office.
Yeah.
Would you?
Petty.
Literally
like
an open forum, and you're telling this journalist to be like, "Oh, you don't need to share your opinion. Can you keep it to yourself?" It's like, shut the hell up. Oh my god.
Yep.
But like what Lex says, these people are basically totalitarians. That's all that they are.
Yes.
No.
Oh, they absolutely are to the
I-
core. Yeah, they don't believe in free speech whatsoever. So.
It's like they call Trump a tyrant and king and all this stuff. Yet when Biden was like, "Oh my God, he won," it's like you don't vote out a tyrant.
We're in a cult, don't you
Yes,
know?
exactly right, Corey. Trump was elected. If he was a tyrant, he wouldn't be going up for election. So it's worth noting. Worth noting.
It's just so hilarious how dumb they are.
We can't keep applying logic to
No.
these people.
No.
Yeah, Steve kind of got it right. Belligerent homosexuals are our second theme of the night. Correct. Yes. So we got the Japanese stuff knocked out first half. Yes, belligerent homosexuals. Thankfully, we have Lex to guide us through it. So I'm going to pull this up. I believe it was Nick. I think Nick shared this with us from Plot Strikes Back. So breaking. This is based. This is a white pill. No more belligerent homosexuality on this stream, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, this is some straight up, absolute based Christ is King white pill stuff right here. So this is from Colin Rugg on X. Breaking. The Chicago Bulls are waiving Jaden Ivey after he spoke out against the NBA for promoting Pride Month, or as we would call it, sodomy, sinful month, but an unrighteousness, according to ESPN. Ivy recently announced that he was alive in Christ. Amen to that. That's awesome. Love to hear it. So he is quoted in saying they proclaim Pride Month in the NBA. They show it to the world. They say, come join us for Pride Month to celebrate unrighteousness. Let's listen to, from this man's own mouth, what he had to say, and I'm really glad to see it. We need more celebrity figures, athlete
Yeah.
figures, role model figures to be proclaiming the name
Probably-
of Christ in this culture. So, okay, Corey, you're going to say?
Yeah, I've seen this earlier in this channel. I was on Twitter. I saw this.
Yes.
I'm glad you brought
I
it up,
saw this
sir.
right before the stream, and I'm like,
Yeah.
we got to show this.
Oh, yeah.
This wasn't planned up until just like a minute before the stream. So let's check it out.
That the world can proclaim LGBTQ. Right? They proclaim Pride Month and the NBA. They proclaim it.
They do.
They show it to the world. They say, come join us for Pride. For
It's
Pride
horrible.
Month. To celebrate unrighteousness. They proclaim it. They proclaim it on the billboards. They proclaim it in the streets. Unrighteousness.
And to make the point about that, we have a firm example of this actually in the NHL on
Oh, yeah.
counter.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
but before we get to that, I want to give a big shout out to our buddy of the channel, friend of the channel, Sal the Hamster, for
All right,
donating
Sal.
5 gifted subs
Nice,
over on Kick for
Sal.
$25. Sal, thank you so much, dude. Really appreciate it. You're helping keep the lights on. People don't realize there's many costs associated with running a stream, and you're a friend of the channel, dude. So thank
Shout
you so
out,
much.
brother. Shout
Anyone who got a sub, I see Nerd Slap, Gaming Ronin, Lex,
Hi.
and a couple other people whose names I can't pronounce. You got gifted subs. So yeah, Lex, you got hit by Sal, dude. I don't know what to tell you. You got hit by a hamster.
I feel like I'm at
What you gonna
war
say
now.
about that,
So hold
Lex?
on a second.
Yeah, well, I
That
mean,
was it.
he kind of just hit you. He kind of just hit you over the head, dude. So I don't know what to tell you. But yeah. So, dude, thank you, Sal the Hamster. Truly appreciate it. And yeah, he did mostly hit mods. Yes. So good stuff. But I'm kind of wondering, what do you think of this, guys? And this is from the NHL. This is from the NHL. The Predators. How ironic.
Yeah. So I live in Tennessee,
Yes.
and I mean I don't live in Nashville, but it's just so stupid.
Yes. So
what's
how
funny-
ironic is it that the new gay pride picture is for the Nashville Predators, which it makes sense because gays are predators.
It doesn't work.
They are.
It's not ironic. That's
Right.
the opposite of ironic. Ironic is when something subverts your expectations.
That's true.
This just fits.
Incorrect
them.
terminology. Yes.
It,
Very
somebody
fitting,
didn't think this through, but
Or maybe somebody
Several
based was
people
on the marketing
interesting.
team and knew what they were
Interesting,
doing.
do you know who they
Yes.
played that night?
No, I
the
do
New Jersey Devils, and they lost.
not. Really?
Hey, let's go.
Wow.
They lost.
Actually,
played the
I would like to
Devils.
say on a big scale, the Predators always lose to the Devils, but to no one's gain.
This is very true. This is very true. But
I
no,
get it.
dude, I thought this was so fitting. The gay predators of Nashville. Sorry to all you in Nashville, by the way. I feel
Yeah,
kind
Nashville
of bad for you
is
guys.
kind of it's something.
It's the fruity part of Tennessee. It's kind of known.
Sadly,
know.
it's not conservative.
It's certainly not Knoxville. It's not Knoxville.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
yeah,
they voted for Kane to run the county, so
yeah. Steve got it. Tenafornia. That's a little bit of Tenafornia.
Kane
right
is
there,
pretty
so.
based though.
Needless to say, I thought it was worth mentioning, and it ties in well. So, a few more things before we wrap up the show, guys. And again, shout out to Sal the Hamster for the gifted subs on Kick. Appreciate you, dude. And you know who wouldn't? You know who would never donate a gifted sub is Jimmy Kimmel. He is the most TDS of, they call him late night show hosts. I think he's a propagandist, actually. I think he is politically motivated in everything this man does. He's
Did they
not an
cancel
entertainer
his show
at this
yet?
point. Well,
They tried. It failed.
they tried, but then there was a lot of bitching and moaning. So Jimmy Kimmel,
STD keeps coming back.
it's bad. It's bad. Jimmy Kimmel faces backlash after mocking DHS Secretary Mark Wayne Mullen. His past as a plumber issues non-apology on his comedy show. So Jimmy Kimmel, we're going to get into it, but Jimmy Kimmel made some comments about new DHS secretary, replacing Kristi Noem, Mark Wayne Mullen. He used to be a plumber. He's a blue-collar guy. He was a physical laborer, skilled laborer, providing necessary services for the people in his area. God bless the blue-collar Americans, and Jimmy Kimmel thinks that's something worth making fun of. So late night host Jimmy Kimmel is facing mountain. I'm tripping over my words today. I'm having a stroke. Mounting criticism after comments he made on Disney-owned. That's a big thing. Disney-owned. We know how much they love Middle America, don't they? Not. And ABC about DHS Secretary Mark Wayne Mullen's background as a plumber. So let's play this clip. Hear it from Jimmy himself. Disgusting comment.
Rudy Giuliani might not be with us much longer, but don't worry, Trump's got a whole new generation of thinkers lined up, including his newly confirmed Secretary of Homeland Security, Mark Wayne, Chuck Mike, Bruce Dave Mullen. Maybe Mellon's better. He is the now former senator of Oklahoma. Before he was elected to the Senate, Mark Wayne Mullen was a low-level MMA fighter and a plumber. That's right. We have a plumber protecting us from terrorism now.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with having a plumber if he's qualified?
What, does he think he's better qualified than a plumber?
You know what's wrong with having a plumber, Isaac? It's a dirty man's job. It's a peon's job. It's a peasant's job. That's what it is. Working plumbing, working HVAC, going out there and picking up the fucking garbage for these people.
Getting your hands dirty for a living.
Yeah, that's for the low end scum. You know, the kind of honest to God, hardworking American citizens who are willing to do the kinds of jobs that these kinds of rich, entitled, spoiled, liberal sacks of shit that are staying on this planet would never even dream of doing.
Well, I'll say this. Well, as someone who has honestly never worked a hard day's work in my life, I think there is something to say for a country that is governed by people who actually know how to get their hands dirty and do things.
Yeah. Just like the founders of this nation. You know, it was meant to be that you had tradesmen, businessmen, common men go serve for a term or two and then go back to their trade.
I tell you, man.
You know, we were not a nation founded by career politicians. I just wanted to go around the panel with this because I know everyone's trying to get it out. So, Ronan, you were just saying something about this. What were you saying?
No, I'll just say this real quick because I know Corey wanted to say something. I'll say it real fast. I know, like a couple of years back, I was actually working retail for Lowe's, and they had me in the building materials department. And that's talking about carrying bags of asphalt, bags of like concrete, some of them weighing anywhere around like 90 pounds, 94 pounds to be exact on the type of concrete I had to carry. My hands would be dirty and, you know, full of creases. I'd be going home exhausted, you know, carrying a bunch of lumber, sometimes some splinters going in there, whatever it is, what it is. It's an honest job. I didn't mind doing it. And it was around that same time you were seeing a lot of these people on TikTok or on all these other like short little, you know, platforms where they were talking about their days in their lives working at Google, working at TikTok or some other IT company.
Twitter,
And it exhausted me to no end because it's like, you know, fine, I didn't go to college and then finish it because at this point I started realizing college was more of a scam than anything else. But I'm out there working and doing the job I'm doing to help the rest of this country flowing. And these people here are basically at adult daycare centers just so that way they can be distracted and being paid double or triple what I'm earning. And it's they
got their little snack
working an hour or two a day. Yeah.
They got their little snack bars and their little yoga rooms and their little, you know, I can imagine how pampered this queer Jimmy Kimmel is. And I also know Corey and Chell had a few things to say. Corey, what were you going to say about this?
You talk about what person would you want to lead our country? Someone who knows what the average people, a plumber.
Yes,
because like he knows what everyday Americans deal with. He lived in the real world, unlike Jimmy Kimmel here.
Exactly right.
I mean, weren't they glorifying Joe the plumber just a few cycles ago as being the everyman that we should listen to? What the heck?
It's flip flop.
It just depends what political
Yeah.
thinking they
Depends
have.
which way the wind blows
Yeah,
at the given moment.
yeah, I'd rather have like someone who done a real job, who
Yep.
knows what talk to normal people and can understand what they go through. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, that's the type of people I want running the country. People who are in touch with reality. And before we finish the clip, Chell, I think you had something to say about this too. Did you?
No, you guys have pretty much already covered it.
Okay,
It's
perfect. So
basically
let's just
the same
finish what
thing
this.
that Corey was saying.
Let's just finish what this propagandist Jimmy Kimmel had to say. Then we're gonna move on.
It worked for Super Mario. Why not Mark Wayne? But honestly, I mean, if Trump is going to keep picking these unqualified people to run the department, why not have more fun with it? I mean, next time, instead of Mark Wayne, how about Little Wayne for Homeland Security?
Oh my God.
At least we could get a concert out of it, right? Mullen is replacing Kristi Noem, who was ousted 3 weeks ago and will never be seen again.
So, what a miserable little
count
man
on it.
that is. What a miserable little man. But you know who's not? You know who's not miserable? You know who's a patriot? Someone who's more I would argue more influential, more important to our culture than Jimmy Kimmel ever has been, is Dean Cain, Superman himself. So, he made a good point that American studios, they need to be proud. Believe in truth, justice, and the American way. It's something we've lost. Oh, you met the dude, Corey. That's awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
Hey,
Very
me and
cool.
Rizit,
Yeah.
me and Rizit met him last year in Knoxville.
That's
Right.
awesome. So yeah, I wanted to cover this because I think Dean's a pretty cool guy. I'm sure if we talk politics, we wouldn't agree on everything, and that's perfectly okay. I know he's a little more, neocon-y than I am on certain things. A little
he's
more intervention.
pretty active in the NRA as well.
But
He
what
has as well.
so yeah, exactly. So I would rather, something like National Association for. But listen, here's the point. He's pushing for truth, justice, and the American way. Traditional, a lot of traditional American values. And I just want to say, considering a lot of Hollywood people are not doing that, it's good to see this. So this article just quickly says, actor Dean Cain, known for his role as Superman in the television show, we know all that, spoke about his app, Proud American Studios, pointing out that he believes completely in truth, justice, and the American way. So, yeah, he has a new app coming out, and I kind of might want to check it out, but let's talk about this. So, while speaking to Breitbart News Bureau Chief Matthew Boyle during an appearance on Breitbart, Cain spoke on one of the episodes of his podcast in which he interviewed border czar Tom Homan. So, Tom Homan, Cain described Homan as an absolute patriot who has worked under several administrations. That's one thing worth noting, too, is Tom Homan was praised by the Democrats during the Obama years.
Yeah, a very nonpartisan person.
Yeah,
His entire career.
They never mention
Yes.
it these days, by the way, that he was there then. That never comes up. I wonder why.
That he was given a medal by Barack Obama as
Yeah.
well.
His politics and his regard for his job never changed.
Exactly.
You could post.
Yes,
you
he's
could
been
post some
absolutely
rage bait
consistent.
right now on Twitter. I'm sure if you posted something about like, which president? Guess which president gave Tom Homan his medal? And people
Exactly
would be like, "Oh!" There in the comments, it'll be all Trump.
Ooh,
Or like
big,
how
big,
they,
big mean Donald Trump. Yes.
How to do quotes
mean
of
Donald
Obama and they think it's Trump.
Yes. I want to give a big shout out to Jake Martin in the chat. Dude, I'm loving this trend tonight. You guys over on
Yeah, I
Kick, you're
just
being very
noticed it.
generous. Loving this trend. Jake Martin dropping the 5 gifted subs over on Kick. Again, dude, thank you for blessing the channel. You're helping keep the lights on. The costs associated with streaming pile up, and you guys are taking the burden off. I really appreciate it. Like I said, really close on those watch hours on the YouTube side. We're going to see. Hopefully be there in the next couple weeks. But man, on the Kick side, you guys are killing it. And what's that last account that got the gifted sub? I don't know. So interesting. But someone's alt account. But no, just to quickly wrap up this article, Dean Cain goes on to say, I generally agree that actors should probably shut up about politics. And generally, that's pretty straightforward. Yes, I would agree with that, 100%. Because most actors don't know jack shit about it. But I've spent a lot of time in and around politics, traveled to 56 different countries, Cain explained, and he goes on to say that adding he had lived in Spain and has also spent a lot of time in D.C. and even worked for Fox News and Secretary of War Pete Hegseth. So we're going to leave it there, but do you guys think, this is just me being hypothetical here, do you think Dean could ever run for office to any degree? I'm not even saying president. I'm saying, Congress, locally. I've never heard him commit to that.
I know for a fact that he obviously volunteered for ICE, which is kind of a cool thing. It's like, oh, look at that. Superman's actually defending the border, unlike this other retarded Superman who's just, everybody's favorite whipping boy. But anyways, I can see Dean Cain actually trying to run for some form of office, whether it's local or state. Congress, I'd say give him a couple more years, but at the same time, I'd also even say we need to get some more MAGA-minded, more freedom-minded people to kind of surround himself with, just so that way he's less neocon and more actual, red-blooded American.
Very true.
Say keep them out of this administration because they are running those type of people out of this government.
Yeah,
this is very true.
I would
too.
agree.
This is very true too. So hopefully we can see a turnaround on that, and just pray for the best. We're not going to deny reality. Things look tough. It's a tough road to hoe going forward, but just stay close to our values, our beliefs. Trust in Christ, and there's always hope for eternity. So that's a good thing. And I want to give a shout out too to Anonymous over on the Kick side, gifting one sub to the community, dude.
That was me, actually.
That was okay. Thank you. Okay, shout out Page Corey. So you have an anonymous account on Kick, dude.
No,
thank
apparently
you,
I get the
He hit the
anonymous,
button, gift anonymously.
Okay.
Oh, that's probably what
It wasn't even him.
Cage and
It's
Corey,
just stolen valor.
Cage and Corey coming in clutch with the gifted sub. Dude, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. You guys are killing it tonight. You guys are the best. I really thank you all a lot. So we're going to wrap up again at the end of the stream, but I wanted to show this. So they like to call us racist on the left. And you know what? I kind of am, but that's not the point here is these ICE agents, I will not neglect. Yeah, I will not neglect to say these dudes are patriots. These dudes are patriots. Shout out to ICE. Honestly, the best group of law enforcement officers in the country, in my opinion, are ICE. They're killing it. And they're laughing in the face of liberals at the airport, screeching about fascism. Fascism. The basic enforcement of immigration laws is fascism, of course. So look at this. Look at this. They can't help but laugh. Let's check that audio. All right.
No thoughts. You guys are the foot soldiers of a fascist regime, right? Is that not what it is?
Look at this.
Is that funny?
Yes.
Is that funny?
I'd laugh at him too.
No thoughts.
I mean, what else are you gonna do, dude, at that point?
ICE is more racially diverse than your typical anti-ICE protests.
That's the thing too. All the Black Lives Matter protests I ever saw in person were like old white boomers that were probably childless cat ladies.
Yep.
Crazy stuff.
Same with the anti-ICE. Same with every protest that happens in Washington or any
No
liberal
Kings
city.
in St. Paul was that every time.
Yeah, every time.
Yeah, speaking of the
some
No
of
Kings,
these protests were staged with people who that's just what they're paid to do.
I mean, this was literally a Democrat rally, the one that was set up last weekend. Basically, is all it was.
They're all hippie boomers that are living out their retirement as hippie boomers.
That's what it is. Fight the system, man. Fight this. Well, you didn't fight the system when they were flooding our borders with foreigners and violent criminals for decades. You let your grandchildren
they love that
inherit.
though.
Well,
that's what they're fighting for.
That's very true. Yes. Yeah. Mark got it in the chat. Black guys.
Because they hate themselves because they never became anything themselves.
That's very true. So yeah, we need to import. Well, that's one thing. And just what Mark said. Yeah, black guys disagreeing with their white liberal representation. True. But you make a good point, Cornboy. Let's expound on that for a second, because these liberal boomers never did anything with their life. They have no legacy to leave. So yeah, they need to import the
and
food
all their
people.
heroes are the people who never had jobs that worked for the government or representatives like Bernie Sanders and
Hillary
Liz Warren
Clinton
and all that. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, they
That's
worship
their heroes. Yep.
Exactly right. Yes, the losers of our society. That's what they are. So wanted to show this too. Speaking of the No Kings, you brought that up, Chell. You had some in Minnesota. We had them nationwide. No Kings for America. Well, I'm going to say too, before we get to this, another Alex Stein absolute banger.
Yeah, there is earlier.
I'm going to mention this.
Boy.
There is a king in America. And his name is Jesus Christ. And it's going to be that way till the end of eternity. Not just of America, but of the world and of the universe. And that's not up for debate. That's not up for debate.
My mouth's a little full right now, but amen.
Amen to that. Yeah. So, they don't like that. That's what they mean by no kings. They know we have a duly elected president. They know that. They know Trump won the popular vote, the electoral college, everything. Trump is rightfully elected. He's not a king. They're really protesting Jesus. That's what they're doing. And whether they realize it consciously or not. So Alex Stein, again, doing the Lord's work out here, trolling the leftist retards. Let's check it out.
Yo, no kings. Prime time, 99, and the boys on the grind. You are gay and retarded. What the hell did someone sharded? It's a rally all day long. I know you're not the ass at the dirty ass dog.
So, needless to say, he's got rhythm too, by the way. I think, Alex is a little bit ethnic in the way he does things, which is, respect where it's due, but
his beautiful lyrics make that background music all the more tolerable for me.
Yes, it made it tolerable. So, yeah, Risk It got it. Yeah, that song slaps. Just 'cause I couldn't play it on the stream, but like the Black Snape song from Perry Chan. Shout out, by the way. We didn't get to the subject tonight. The Black Snape stuff's absolutely hilarious, dominating the internet. Didn't get to it tonight. Don't have time. Plus, a lot of those memes have firearms in it, and can't show that on YouTube right now.
Yeah, don't want to put Jay.
As we've learned from Jay with the Welcome to the Rebellion podcast, they've been having some issues. So,
True.
In a minute, we're going to be ending the stream. Before we do, I wanted to leave you on a white pill here. One last clip, then we're going to do some outros and raid into Off the Hip with ABF. So, this is a great, great clip. So, Brock Lesnar goes on, this is in worldly sense, very accomplished man. Lots of titles in entertainment, famous, fame and fortune. But he talks about what matters most in his life. And I got to say, pretty cool. I didn't know he was an outdoorsman. He's got the hunting gear, the deer antlers, everything. Pretty cool stuff. But let's hear what he says is most important in his life.
For me, none of my championships or none of my accolades, they all mean nothing, boys. It means nothing to me. My kids are my legacy.
Based.
And I want to have
based.
I mean, in today's dark ass world that we're living in, if you can come out and have good kids, and that's I take a lot of pride in that. I want when parents come to me and say, "Man, your boys are really respectful." Man, that pumps my tires.
Not to have
How cool is that?
Not to show any disrespect to Brock Lesnar, because what he's saying is absolute facts. But I think the whole "my kids are my legacy" thing might have been a little too literal with his daughter, considering how much of a spitting image she is.
I don't think that's his daughter. I think that's a clone. From, they're identical, dude, and that's no disrespect either. That's like a compliment.
Yeah.
And I will say this: she would be a better choice for Abby in the Last of Us show. Just saying.
Maybe. I'm not sure if it'd be good anyway. I wouldn't say
that's a very condemning role. I wouldn't want to throw that on her.
So, needless to say, I just wanted to show that, like always, we're got to keep white pill in here. Can't be black pill. No doom and gloom. Reality sucks. Yeah, but we got to consciously go out of our way to show the good stuff. So, before we wrap up here, big shout out. I'm going to pull this up again, actually. On the Kick side, guys, we are dual streaming on YouTube and Kick. And shout out to everybody for dropping the gifted subs in the chat. Really, really appreciate it. So again, Corey, Jake, we got, Sal the Hamster, everybody. So really appreciate it. Make sure you are also following on Kick. I can't stress this enough. This is the backup, the alternate account, secondary good streaming site, because YouTube is asshole sometimes, as we've learned.
Yes,
and it sometimes it gets worse than others. So make sure you are also watching on Kick. And also, on the YouTube side, I am extremely close, like a few dozen hours away from YouTube monetization. Guys, we've got the subs. Keep watching. And as you guys are saying in the chat, fully agree. Don't forget to smash that like button. The reason we say it helps the video get more views, the stream. So Ronan in the chat with the share and the subscribe. Fully agree, guys. Not going to beat a dead horse with that every week, especially after we get the watch hours and stuff, but we're right on the cusp. And it's exciting. It's been a little over a year. I'm really grateful for all of your support. I'm grateful for everybody on the panel as well as in the chat. And speaking of everybody on the panel, Cornboy, let's do some outros before we raid ABF. Dude, it's great to have you back in studio.
Great
You
to
made
be
it
here as
safe.
always.
Tell the people where they can follow you, support you.
Love those flags.
Everything like that.
Well, you can follow me on X, Cornboy, and Cornboy199 on YouTube. Go ahead and give me a follow. You may see some gaming streams every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
So, and also, I may be joining for the homies first Saturday night Among Us.
Hey,
so be
Very
sure
good.
to watch out for that.
Very good. So, guys, that links below. Make sure you're following all the guys on the panel. And also, Ronan, I know you're going to be doing some streams. You did some streams recently as well. You got your link tree on the stream. Links below as well. Tell the people where they can find you, follow you, what they can do.
Just like our esteemed host here says, I do have a link tree underneath my name where it's I got a YouTube. That's Ronan the Crusader. I got a Kick, Ronan the Crusader. I have a X, which is Ronan_Crusader7, a little different there. I'm just doing the finishing touches on finally switching over to OBS. Hopefully this will be much better. And then once that's the case, I will be streaming throughout this week the usual stuff like I do. Resident Evil Requiem, Claire Obscure, OG Fallout. I believe this Saturday is going to be a return for Anime with the Homies, so it's not a gaming stream, or there could be a chance we are going to do another gaming stream after Anime with the Homies, I believe. Still talking with the guys behind the scenes. And then, of course, Sunday, we'll be doing Matinee with the Homies, where we discuss all kinds of films. Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, this Sunday is Easter weekend, so no Matinee with the Homies. Go out there, go to church, pray to Jesus.
Amen to that.
Do all that good stuff. I need to do the
have
same
a
as
good
well.
Easter. Yeah, keep that in perspective. Thanks for putting that perspective too, Ronan. It's easy to forget about real life stuff when we're chronically online sometimes. So
Right.
thank you as always. And Lex, we're gonna go to you last. There's a reason for that. Corey, first time on the stream, dude. Great having you on. Great talking to you as always. Is there anywhere people can follow you? I know you're on X. Anywhere else?
X. I have a YouTube channel. I don't do anything with it. I may upload little videos on made in MegaCon telling those jokes, but X Cajun Corey 88. You see me in the chats. I may occasionally pop on Can Man stream or Caffeine Wolf playing games with them. So
nice. Can Man's got great streams over there. Yeah, good. Always a fun time. Torturing Simpy, good stuff. But also in the chats regularly too. Chell, it's great to have you back on, man. Anywhere people can follow you, what you gonna be doing?
I'm going to try to, and really I just need to look on finding a decent light that isn't a crappy ring light.
You're slightly underwater too at the moment, just so you know.
Oh, really? Oh. How about now? Does that sound better?
You're a little bit better, but yeah. So I know you're on YouTube, you're on X, Chell everywhere.
And I also, until they kick me out, I also do the Homies Among Us for Saturdays, or once a month stream.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Very good. Good stuff. Yeah, thanks again for joining us. And yeah, Lex also based comment in the chat. I'm going to have you do the outro for the stream after you do your outro. So, Lex, tell the people where they can find you and where they can follow you.
One, you should.
And then, if you don't mind, tell them where they're going and what they're saying when they get there after you do your outro. How you doing? Okay, go ahead.
One, if you want to see me, I don't know why, but two, you can find me on Talking Theology on Twitter. You can talking nonsense on Multi Show. You can talking somewhat coherent nonsense here on this channel. Once Cole Hauser finally makes it back to the Great White North, hopefully he and I and Sin and potentially others will be back up talking about movies. And because, as you may not know, I haven't seen anything. I know nothing.
Join the club.
I am
Yeah.
a baby. So Sin's Corner and Cole Hauser have taken upon themselves to be like my parents, and I'm so grateful because I'm learning so much about all of these films I've never seen before, and it's a wonderful time. You can go look at their channels for that. Also, I want to give a special shout out to Jake Martin, mod extraordinaire, for putting all of these links in the chat for us.
Dude, he's
you are
killing
our
it.
champion. You are killing it.
He's on the YouTube
An
and the
OG.
kick sides, dude.
Oh.
Dude, he's watching the
He's
YouTube
a
and
pro.
the kick
This
sides.
man is a pro. Now, that said, where are we going next?
I'm dropping the link right now. You guide us out, Lex. Guide us out.
You
Guide
need
us
to
firmly and
go
strongly. Do it.
Scope out. ABF. Off the hip. Tell him, A, you were coming from Isaac's channel. B, insult everyone on the panel.
Call
But
them
both these
okay.
are important.
Yep.
First, you have to go there. Second, insult all of them. And then third, tell them from whence you came.
Which would
Specifically
be what?
us.
I got my finger on the button to end the stream.
Oh.
Tell them what are they saying? What are they saying?
Golden Age podcast raid. Hit them up. We sent you.